Okay, before we dive in, I want to be clear. I am not sponsored by Stihl, nor is this an endorsement. This is purely my observation and first-hand experience as a professional carver. I share it because I hope to shed light on the topic for other carvers looking for sound, practical advice. Why I run the Orange Bottle Stihl 2-stroke mix. People have asked me, can I just run boat oil in my saw? Or that fancy silver steel synthetic? Or heck, even the pre-mixed stuff? And my answer is always the same. Sure, you can. Your saw will run on it, but the real question is, how long will it last? Not all 2-stroke oil is created equal. Boat oil, for example, is blended for water-cooled outboards. Those motors run cool all day long. Marine oil is made to burn clean at lower temps, not to protect against the screaming hot environment of a chainsaw. A saw is air-cooled. It runs hotter, leaner, and under heavier stress. That oil simply does not have the high temperature additives to protect against piston scoring and bearing wear. Over time, you're cutting the life right out of your saw. Now, let's look at Stihl's own lineup, because even inside their brand, there's confusion. Stihl really gives you only 3 options. Number 1, the old standby, the Orange Bottle Stihl HP. This is the conventional mineral-based oil. It's low ash, designed specifically for air-cooled 2-stroke engines like chainsaws, blowers, and trimmers. This is what the loggers have been running for decades. It's built to leave a protective film on piston rings, crank bearings, and all the hot, tortured moving parts. For me, this is the safe, proven choice. Another thing I love about the Orange Bottle is ease of use. Each little bottle is pre-measured for the correct ratio, so you don't have to guess. Dump it in your fuel can, shake it, and you're ready to go. No math, no stress, no chance of getting the mix wrong. That kind of consistency matters, especially if you're running multiple saws or working all day in the field. Number 2, the Silver Bottle Stihl HP Ultra. This is their full synthetic oil. On paper, it looks unbeatable. Up to 70% less wear and 80% less carbon deposits compared to the standard oils, plus a cleaner burn and less smoke. But here is where the debate starts. Some professional mechanics, guys with piles of dead saws, say Ultra burns a little too clean. It doesn't leave as much visible lubrication on the crank and bearings as the Orange Bottle does. In a hard-running saw, especially under heavy load, that can mean your bottom end isn't staying as lubricated as it should. Now, Ultra shines in Stihl's 4-strokes. These hybrids that look like a 4-stroke but still run on mix, like they're trimmers and blowers. Cleaner burn, longer service intervals. That's where the Ultra really works. But was it designed for the pro saws as its first priority? Well, I guess it's up for you to decide. Number 3, Moto Mix. This is Stihl's pre-mixed fuel and oil, straight from the factory. And here's what's actually in it. You're getting a premium non-ethanol gasoline rated at 92 to 93 octane, already mixed at a precise 50-to-1 ratio with Stihl HP Ultra Synthetic Oil. That means clean burning, high performance fuel. Ready to go, perfectly consistent every time. On top of that, Moto Mix is shelf stable for up to 2 years once opened up, and up to 5 years unopened. That's huge for occasional users who don't want the hassle of mixing or worrying about stale gas. The alternative oil option, Castrol Go 2T. For those who want another option, Castrol Go 2T is a mineral-based 2-stroke engine oil made for motorcycles, scooters, and small engines. It uses Castrol's deposit control formula to protect piston rings and spark plugs while keeping exhaust smoke low. It meets API, TC, and JSO FB standards, which makes it fully capable for chainsaws in a professional or recreational setting. For those in the know, it's a great alternative to Stihl oil if you want a different brand or availability. For the record, All Stihl oil is made by Castrol, so technically it's not a different brand. And that brings up something most carvers overlook: fuel age. A lot of the saw problems I see out there aren't really oil problems at all. They're fuel problems. Gasoline starts losing volatility as soon as the can is opened. The chemicals that give you octane and easy vaporization literally evaporate out of the mix. Stihl's own manuals tells you mixed fuel is only good for about 30 days before the performance starts to slip. In perfect sealed storage, pump gas might only last a few months, but in an open, vented can in a hot shop, it can lose octane and vapor pressure in just weeks. That's where tuning gets weird, starts get harder, and the saw runs hotter. For carvers who only want to get out once in a while, stale fuel is often the culprit for your saw problems. Not the oil. You can slow the degradation with a fuel stabilizer, Stabil, Startron, or whatever you trust, but you will still want to mix only what you want to burn in 30 days. As a professional, I use pump gas every day, so octane isn't a problem. The fuel gets burned before it gets stale. That's one of the advantages of running saws hard every day. Your gas stays fresh and you don't have to rely on premix or worry about stale fuel. So when people ask me, why do you still run the orange bottle? Here's my answer. I've seen the data, I've seen saws torn down, and I've lived it. The orange bottle is designed for hot, air-cooled two-strokes. It lays down protection where it matters, even after hours of cutting. Here's the bottom line. Boat oil belongs in a boat. Silver Ultra shines in 4-stroke mix engines. Moto mix is perfect for convenience and long storage. Castrol Go 2T is also a solid alternative. But for chainsaws, especially if you're running them hard, I trust the orange bottle. So can you run boat oil or Silver Ultra Premix or Castrol Go? Well, sure you can. But if you want it to last, you already know my answer. Stick with the orange bottle.